Hi, this is Roke with Mostly Harmless. We're just doing a very quick guide to get out of this area, this initial area first. You're going to talk to this person, you get a quest, you're going to grab a melee weapon or a ranged weapon. So you can grab whatever you want. There are various spots on the side, but you as a person who's done this a couple times and wants to get out of this zone quickly, you can see I've just zone entered Ruins of Ayla, and now I've entered node on the bottom left. It says node Sammy's Hope, and that's what I'm looking to do. Is I'm looking to quickly get through these zones and on to the next area. I do not want to get stuck here on December 20th when the Alpha 2 Phase 2 goes live. I want to make sure that I'm going all the way through it and that I get through it as quickly as possible because these nodes are going to be crashing. So what I didn't want to admit is that I may have used up all my endurance, my stamina here running over here, and when I jumped off a wall, I died. I was trying to show a shortcut, and instead I just got myself killed. So I'm trying to pace my endurance here to just take a little shortcut. There's not much fall damage here, you can see. There I rolled just before I hit. That was left control in this case, and did not die that time. But you can just go around. Don't try to be fancy unless you're having fun with it.
Follow the pool of essence within to a
basically, this first quest, they're just saying, hey, go unlock an Ember Spring. Ember Spring is where you're going to respawn. Wherever you see these gray ruin-like structures on your mini-map or on your map, go over to them. They look like these balls, these orbs. That's an Ember Spring, and I'm now attuned to Sammy's Hope. Basically, if I die, I'm going to spawn at the closest one of those that I have unlocked, and I'll have the option to spawn at one that I have set as my home. So, I'm still running as quickly as I can, trying to get through this beginner quest to get out of this zone. Back to the quest giver.
Have you attuned to the curious fonts of essence, aren't they?
It's a really small amount of XP, so I'm not sure how much of that is worthwhile.
You like strong enough, that's what we like. Hold a moment.
And I'm getting into
Won't be enough just a waddle
quest to get my tools. And basically, they're saying go gather some trees. There's a really small yellow circle here. It says the sweat of your brow if you highlight over it. And just run as quickly as you can. Grab a tree. They spawn quickly over here. It just takes a couple seconds. You've got the tool to gather that. You can hit H and look at your tools. Sorry, you can hit H to look at your character and see what you've got equipped. There's a second tab called the Artisan tab, and that will show you some additional things. There are quests that you can get at these boards.
Have you brought the timber?
This is about a launch day quest, so we're just going through as quickly as we can to get out of the zone. If you're starting on like day 3 or 4, fantastic. Relax, take your time, explore this area, because there are not quest tutorials set up really just yet. There's just pretty bare bones alpha stuff, but what a lot of us are enjoying is the consequences in the game.
Have you brought the timber? It's crude, but nay, 5 of them.
It's one of those old school games where your reputation matters. On the right it says to go craft a pickaxe, so I go over here to craft mining tools. It's done quite quickly, and then it's saying to go get some granite on the right hand side there. By not gathering other quests yet, it gives me the option just to see exactly what I need to do for this Sweat of Your Brow quest line, which is leading towards the tools and a horse. All stuff that's going to get me out of this zone faster and be equipped to do what I want to do in the early game. So, I've got the granite. It's now saying to go create some blocks. In Roar's video, he talks about some default things that you're going to want to change. So you're definitely going to want to change the the auto attack. Like, you want the auto attack to activate as soon as you use an ability, usually. careful with your auto attack as you're tab targeting, because we've had people pull and kill an entire group by pulling additional mobs as they tab target through the mobs. You can always switch to your melee weapon as you're tab targeting through. That way you don't reach different ones. Default for that is the tilde key up on the top left of your keyboard. So,
Have
just
you brought
about
the
done
blocks
this quest
ready?
already. Like,
We'll
that's that quick.
provide you with a whole
We've
set
got
of
it timed down
tools.
to
Near
8
quality.
minutes to get totally out of both zones with all these quests done, and to be almost level 3. So. So hopefully all this works on December 20th for this next phase. Just really impressed with the rate at which the developers have been handling problems. Steven and his team.
Got the powder, have you?
Oops, sorry. Alchemy Station. A lot of people will be going west towards Lion's Hold. It's pretty, it's well developed, and I think that's a good reason to possibly avoid it. That people are comfortable with it, and it's in a different node. So there's a good chance that if we go as a guild to this other area or as an alliance, that it might
Got
have
the
the same.
powder, have you? Brilliant. And your horse. Stop by the stable master across the
Cool.
yard.
So we're just gonna get our horse here.
I hear all this talk. Ah, sure. It's an old sway-backed plotter, but
So,
it'll get you from here
you
to
can
there
just drag that
faster
down
than
to
walking.
your bar, hit whatever key you've got for that area. I think it's your default mount, and you can use your dash. I think it might be the numlock that I'm using that is my auto run. I don't know if it's that's actually the default. I can't remember. You can see where I died earlier when I jumped and did not have enough stamina to roll. But there are some nice quests in this first area that, like events that can get you leveled up. If you're brand new to the game, certainly finding a combination of players to level with and hit mobs, like inviting people or seeing if people are up for groups, and looking for any yellow event that you think you could just go and participate in. There'll be enough people that the events will give XP to everybody, whereas the mobs are going to give XP to split between the individuals. But there's a real bonus to grouping up. Like it's more enjoyable. You're going to have more success. The consequences of death, where you lose 25% of your materials that you've gathered, another 25% drops to the ground that somebody could steal, and then there's also an XP penalty and some gear durability loss. So there's some real consequences to death, which means also that reputation is going to be huge. Like if you're known as a skilled guild that works well as a team and stuff, people are going to want to group up with you. If you're not known as that, then people are going to avoid you, and it's going to be more difficult to group up. Their entire servers can align against other people. Like it's a real Game of Thrones kind of feel to it. Cool. That is it. So the biggest part is that we got across this line. So we got out of Sammy's Hope early. We did that all within less than 8 minutes, and that's all we want to say. There's more guides that are out there, but explore the game, have fun with it. It's going to be a lot of fun, in our opinion. That it is in alpha, so we're recommending people wait till the spring when we see what they promised and what they've developed by that point in time. But I can't resist. I'm already having fun in the alpha. I'm having fun exploring the game with my friends, and look forward to doing more of that. So this is Rook with Mostly Harmless, and we'll see you out on the battlefield.